Hey, sorry I'm a little late. We had to try 2 computers today. Funny enough, the focus for today is showing up, so we'll talk about that. Hey team. Just typing up the workout. Sorry I was a couple minutes late. We had some technical difficulties, which ironically is a little funny because our focus for today is just showing up. So we'll talk about that. But before we do, I'm gonna write the workout down so you can see it. What I'd like you to do is find a broomstick or some length of PPC that we're gonna use for our pre and post stretch. So bear with me while I type, and you run and find a broomstick. Not to beat anyone with, not to fly on, for the fitness. All right. I know I said for you to grab a broom. I'm gonna grab one too. Hang on. We happen to be in my basement, my laundry room, so I do have one. But yeah, before we get to the stretches, today's focus is just showing up. I think this is important because sometimes you need to literally just show up. Even if you're not interested, even if you don't want to, even if you're not going to go through the motions. I don't want to work out today. I absolutely love these videos and my people, so I am showing up. So thank you for being here because that makes me be here, and it's a good part of my life and really the highlight of my day every day. But sometimes you just have to show up and get it done and move on, and tomorrow's a new day. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what you're going to do. What does that mean? Well, if I'm talking about life, it might mean I'm just going through the motions, but I'm there, right? Or it might mean I'm just going through the motions and then all of a sudden I get inspiration and I'm really in it, So you never know what's going to happen when you show up, but what you need to know is that it's just showing up that matters. Same for your workout, right? Like, show up every day. Some days it's gonna be a great workout, some days it's not, but that consistency is what builds progress and momentum. So that being said, our broom, we're gonna use it for part of our warm-up today, so make sure you have one. The other part of it is the typical swinging your arms side to side 10 times, get that blood flowing. Per the usual, I have no idea how many times I swung my arms. Counting is not my forte, so I'm just gonna switch to up and down. 10 here too. Really try to open that lat or armpit area. And then you want to do the same thing with your legs. I like to hold on to a wall, not kick the back wall, but you can do it freestyle if you want. You might be wobbly or not. Once you've done 10 times forward and back, turn to the side and go ahead and open up those hips. And then make sure you do the other leg. Alright, folks. Grab your broomstick. Go ahead, nice and wide. This is to open up your shoulders, so nice and wide. You're just gonna pass it overhead and back. and all the way through. Move your hands a little bit closer. Do it again, all the way through. Move them a little closer, and again. Repeat until you can no longer move your hands in. Oh, I'm getting there. All right. Go ahead and set that aside. It's going to be an option for the workout, but we are going to use it again for a stretch at the end. Don't worry, I'm not going to make any of you clean. So weightlifting joke, PS, by the way. So our workout for today, if you saw it in the comments, is going to be 10 minutes. The first 2 minutes is just going to be an isolation, a hold, and we're going to practice what that could look like. So let me move the computer down. Here we go. So when I say hollow hold, we all have this natural curve in our back. Let's see, when I lay down, there's a little bit of a gap there. For a hollow hold, the key is to get rid of that. So everyone, for the warm-up, I'd like you to do this with me. And what you're gonna do is pull your belly button to your spine so that your spine is touching the floor without your shoulders coming up. Once you've done that, you're gonna put your legs at 90, still maintaining that contact, pulling that rib cage to your hips, hands at the side. If you're good, this is your hollow. Go ahead and try to make it a little more difficult. Put your hands overhead. Nice. Now slowly lower your legs. Find the spot where you lose it. So for me, it's right about there. I lose that contact. Wherever you lose the contact, that's too far. So some of us will do our hollow hold with bent knees, some of us with our hands overhead or at the side. You just want that space where you can keep your core nice and tight. I'll give time for questions. So if you do have one about hollow holds, type it in. But the next thing we're gonna do is, when you look from minutes 2 to 8, we're gonna have 6 minutes of squatting and push-ups. And I wanna give you some options, okay? So we're gonna go through what you can be doing for those. Some of you will just go with a traditional squat, right? Hip width apart, squat down, and stand up. If that's not what you're feeling like doing today, you can make it a little harder by doing what's called a curtsy squat. So you're gonna take your foot, maybe from the side will be better, use it as balance here. You're gonna squat down, stand up, and then switch feet. So balance, squat, stand up. If you're thinking that's not the flavor you want, you could also do a pistol. So squat down without anything but your one leg. Maybe you want to try something you've never done before. Another option is an overhead squat. So you can go nice and wide with your broom, put it overhead, squat down, stand up. Okay? Pick your flavor of squat. Go ahead and do 5 of those. I'm gonna grab another piece of equipment. Got my very, very fancy chair here. Because the next piece we're going to talk about is push-ups. So when we do push-ups, we want to have our elbows nice and tight into our rib cage. That activates our backs, right? If you can do a regular push-up, keeping those elbows in, go ahead and do push-ups. But if you have wide elbows, you can see here when I go wide, it turns my shoulder in. It's not really a safe position. So if that's you, I'm going to recommend grabbing a table or a chair so you can really keep those elbows in and push up that way. If you want a big challenge, you can flip upside down, do some handstand push-ups on the wall. You can do a diamond push-up, which really challenges more of your pecs and your triceps. You can clap your push-ups. Whatever you got to do to make this work out for you, do it. Last but not least is a glute bridge. So the traditional version is laying down. You want your feet hip width apart. You're gonna pull them in as close as you can. Then you're just going to drive your hips up to the ceiling and hold it. If you want a little more of a challenge, you're going to do the same move, but you're going to put your heels on a chair. You want to make sure you have a 90-degree angle from your shin down your femur. And then from there, you drive up. So it's a little bit more difficult. All right, like I said, I'd give time for questions if anyone had them. I don't see any. No? All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. For the 2-minute opener and closer, I don't expect anyone to hold a hollow or a bridge for 2 minutes straight. You take breaks at will. Knowing shorter break means a shorter period of holding it. You might have to take a longer break so you can hold it longer. You're in charge of your workout and your pace. You're also in charge of your own music. I am not gonna sing for you because I can't, and I can't. 1, I'm tone deaf. 2, I'm gonna be out of breath because I'm working out. So get your music ready, get your body ready. Thank you for showing up, and we're gonna get started in just a moment. So again, we're gonna do 2 minutes of a hollow hold. Then we're gonna have 6-minute chunk where we alternate. We're gonna do 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and just keep going through that cycle till the 6 minutes is up, which we're gonna go immediately into a glute bridge and finish off with 2 minutes of that. So you should get a nice whole body workout and some sweat going. All right, one last opportunity for questions. I don't see them. So I'm gonna get ready to do my hollow hold in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, you just want to maintain that spine connection with the floor. So it's okay if you're bent, if you have your hands overhead, or you look like a banana, whatever works for you. It's a good time to think happy thoughts. Maybe hold your breath. Oh man. A little more than a minute left to go. Seconds. 15. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and do squats. 10 squats. Once you finish those, 10 push-ups. And repeat. and try a different flavor of squat this time. Alright. We are halfway done. Nice job, friends. Keep it fun. Good news, 90 seconds. Bad news, I don't know what number I'm on. Typical. I'm gonna go back to those overhead squats. They're my favorite. Seconds. Seconds. I know I'm not going to finish another round. I'm going to go ahead and do as many as I can. Squeeze in that fitness. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Finisher, glute bridges. Again, just like the hollow hold, expect to take breaks here. Maybe you even want to switch it up from one version to the other. Whichever works for you, because that's what it's really about. a minute. Oh man. Seconds, my friends. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ugh. Time. Whew. We're gonna stretch in a moment, but that is definitely one of those just show up kind of workouts for me. Not a big fan of push-ups, but I got them done and my body's thanking me for it. I feel a little better already. And I personally thank all of you for taking the time to show up today. We are gonna finish with 2 stretches. The first one, we wanna hit those hamstrings that we already have. I'm gonna do one on the wall, which I prefer and recommend. But for those of you who do not have a wall available, you're just gonna fold over, right? Those of us with a wall, we're gonna add an extra stretch to that by getting as close to the wall as possible. Put your feet on there so you get your hamstring stretch, but then you can also open up that internal rotation of your hips. You just hang out for a minute. If you have dirty feet like I do, don't put them on the wall. Or do it and clean the wall. Whatever works for you. All right. Go ahead and come on to that one. The next one, I call ninja moves, but you're not really a ninja, you just kind of feel like one when you do it. I'm going to show you multiple times because it's kind of hard to get into. But you can grab your broom at the bottom, flip it upside down, so now it's along my arm. I'm going to grab it with the other arm and pull up. Now you get a nice stretch. So I'm going to show you again. If you're in this position, just hold it. If you're not, you grab your broom at the bottom, ceiling, flip it upside down. So now it's in line with your body. And then you're just going to pull it across. Okay? So you can do whatever you want with this other arm. It's just for tension. Keep holding it. A couple deep breaths. Let go. Ninja move to the other side. So again, you grab the bottom, flip it over, your elbows up, and you grab and pull across. I'll show you again because I know it's tricky. I had to do this like a million times before I figured it out. Grab at the bottom, swing it down, your elbows up, maybe if I show you from another angle, then you pull it across. Okay, once there, just hold it a few times. And let go. Remember, showing up is, I guess they say, winning half the battle, right? So I appreciate you for showing up. And remember, we're here for more than just fitness. Check out our other live events, but also feel free to message us and reach out. Is there more we could be doing? Do you have a specific need? We'll do our best to help you, but if we can't, we're going to point you in the right direction. So thank you for being a part of our family, and enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to share these live videos so other people can benefit them benefit from them too.